Well, I kind of wanted to talk about learning disabilities and um, having a disability, especially one like a learning disability that might isolate some people. And like having a learning disability, being different is isolating all by itself. And it's weird the way our society works. Kind of it affects us as as well as the people that don't have a disability, and it affects us because of the same things. We're the society kind of like tries to push us all into this narrow box, and everybody kind of wants to fit into a group, right? Everybody wants to have their group, their they have the group of when you're young, you're in the group of being kids, and you grow up and you have children, and then you you know you get married and you raise your children, and you go to college, and and all this gives you, not only does it fill up your time, but um, it gives you purpose in life. It gives you value. Well, the feeling of value. But imagine having a disability, like a learning disability, and being trans, and having all these problems. But instead of like when you're a kid, instead of going through the regular, peer group, you're in special ed. So throughout your whole childhood, you only associate with special ed kids, and then you get older and you become an adult. But then what? Right? You become an adult, but like for me, I went to rehabilitation. I went in hospitals and all kinds of things. And when I hit adulthood, I went to rehabilitation for my learning disabilities. And I always had a serious problem keeping and holding, finding jobs that I could actually do. I was also trans, so being having the marriage thing and all that kind of stuff was out. So in all those benchmarks throughout life, right? Somebody like me, we don't get those benchmarks. We don't get those the the we don't get the things that keep you guys busy. And I just sit around and I go, well, what are we supposed to do? And I still struggle with this, and maybe somebody can put a comment down below. But where do we fit in? And it's the hardest thing for somebody like me. Where do we fit into society, and what do we do with our lives? And we don't. I never had got married. Like I'm in my almost up to my 50s, and I never got married. Never had children. Never really had very many jobs. So you get this depression that kind of lasts throughout your whole life because you really don't have any purpose, and you don't really have a ton of things to fill your time up with. Because society is kind of built. Like this is how it affects you guys. Like you see how it affects me. It affects me because I don't really, you know, the ways regular people get their use their time, and they get their self-worth and all that kind of stuff, that really doesn't fit. It's bad for you guys because you guys, your whole self-worth is built up around a job and your what you can give to society through work. And it works for a while when you're young, But then you get old. Like, I watched my father die of cancer. And when he could no longer work, he died. His last years were feeling worthless because the only thing that gave him worth in our society was gone to him. He had gotten divorced because his wife no longer saw him as somebody she wanted to be with, somebody that was dying of cancer. And he could no longer work because he was severely sick. So he lost his worth, his value in our society. It's kind of sad that everybody builds their worth and their value off of something that can be just taken away or changed based on a move or you just not being able to do it anymore. That your whole value as a human being is what big companies, big corporations, or other people can get out of you. It's just bizarre to me. But not only that, it's we, people that don't really fit into that system at all, that people that we really don't have anything for them to use. We don't have the ability to be mined like that. So what is our self-worth? Like, I can't even say it. I don't know. You have to make something other than your self-worth being work in our whole society, right? Think about it. What do you do? Like, you know what you do as a kid. Kids, like, as a child, as a young adult, we look at them as that's the time to play. That's the time to have a good time. And every part of our society, like from gaming to all the way up, Disney and Universal and Busch Gardens and fun houses and everything is set up for kids. TV, a large part of TV is curated around kids could watch it. Businesses set up their whole thing in order to get money from young adults. We know why, because young adults are stupid and they don't know how to use their money properly. So they're the easiest people to get money out of. Older people, what the hell do they need when they get older? Look at it. Look at it this way. You get to about 30, and as entertainment, what is there? There's the movie theater and there's the bar. That's it. And if you don't have a family, and if you don't have friends, and if you're not in society, there's nothing for you. For a long time, I was in day treatment. And this is not a life thing. Like, you don't do this for the rest of your life. You do it for a certain amount of years while you get, you go through rehabilitation or whatever you're going through, and that's it. But it's basically, day treatment is something you can do during the day that occupies your time while you're being treated for mental illness or learning disabilities or whatever you're going through. My doctor actually wants me to go back because of my severe depression around not having anything to do. But what is there to do for adults? What do you people do as adults? Like, I'm serious now. What do adults do? Like, what the hell, other than waste time on the internet? What is a normal thing a 50-year-old... I've been looked at, like, but you're doing something that makes you happy, but it's more childish. And people go, but you're 50 years old. People, we have Legoland, right? And that is that is fully set up for children. And if you're an adult going to Legoland, the whole system is just set up for children. And if you don't have children, what the hell do you do? I'll never I never get it. I don't know. It's beyond me what people are supposed to. No wonder why so many people, especially adults, are depressed or they do stupid things. You find so many people that are stuck doing what they did as kids. Like you find bronies and furries and all kinds of things doing what they did as kids, watching the same shows, doing the same things, because our society isn't for entertaining adults other than bars. And it totally confuses me why not. And being a person with a learning disability, with a person with disabilities, both mental and learning disabilities, you kind of go, but what are we supposed to do? The society doesn't know really what to do with us. They give us, like, they give me a check every month, and they go, here's your monthly check, and that should take care of your bills. Here's some insurance so you can pay for your therapist for being depressed and suicidal because life doesn't have any purpose because you're disabled. But what after that? Like, I don't get it. I don't get life. And it's probably why I'm suicidal, but I don't get it. I shouldn't say suicide on YouTube, but fuck YouTube. Maybe they'll take my channel away. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Here's your check. Good luck. Here's your therapy appointments. Make them. Here's your medication so you don't have to be horribly depressed all the time because your life sucks, because you have nothing to do with it. God, being disabled sucks. The people that might watch this might also have learning disabilities, this is just my feelings. Like, if you have a better life and you're doing well, like, please give me your secrets. Like, all of them. Like, give me your secrets. What do you do? Other than that, good for you. Like, not only is this for us, like, what does society do with people that are like me? But is that all you want your life to be as a person that doesn't have any disabilities? Is the only thing you want your life to be all about work and what you can provide to some boss? But we know why everybody does it. Like, it always makes me laugh. Like, occasionally I'll watch these shows about people with disabilities like mine, and you'll see a person that's overcoming their disability, and they'll go through the same programs I went through, and they'll find them a job, right? And they'll always do see, we found them a job. It gives them self-worth. But nobody asks the simple question. Is that what what we all want our self-worth to be built off of? Here's another one. Are they saying that not for our benefit? The people that have learning disabilities and disabilities in general. Are they saying that not for our benefit? Oh, look at them. Now they have self-worth. Are they saying that for your benefit? So one, you can feel good about it. And two, it reinforces your need for that job to give you self-worth. Maybe there's another way. Maybe your self-worth, maybe your job is only there to give you a paycheck. And maybe your self-worth isn't what you can provide to an employer, but what you give to our society. Your kindness, your your how you treat others. Stuff like that. You see how this affects all of us? Maybe it's easier for somebody like me to see it from a different perspective. Because I'm not really in the club that you're in. Maybe life should be, I don't know, since we only have a certain amount of it, enjoyed. Just crazy thoughts, like, just crazy fucking thoughts. And maybe life should be enjoyable. Or maybe the whole system is set up so that poor people can be pushed into moving the money around in a big financial system that funnels money into the richest people's hands and basically gets it out of your hands as quick as humanly possible and only gives you the bare necessities of life and maybe some entertainment and maybe a little bit enough to take care of your kids so they can go through the same process of dehumanization and yeah. I don't know. Just some thoughts. Maybe life is not supposed to suck. Maybe there should be more for adults to do other than maybe that's why there's so many damn alcoholics, because maybe they just don't know what to do. People that are alcoholics are like, that's the only thing available to me. I guess I'll just drink myself to death. I don't get life. I really don't. I'll never get life. I'm just wasting mine. And those are my thoughts. And I guess I burnt it out. So, on to the next one.